Hello friends, today I'll be talking about our Dairy Entrepreneurship Development Program, which we started around 11 years back in 2007. We conduct this program every 2 months at our Noida office. We have done this program in other regions like Hyderabad, Mumbai, and recently at Jaipur. Today, in this video, I'll be talking about 7 steps path to your dream dairy project while setting up a dairy farm. It is a one-day program and we highly recommend this program for anybody who is pursuing his dream of setting up a dairy farm. In these 7 steps, we start with the first step of the context of animals. Understanding what you should go for, cow, buffalo, crossbreed, A2, all those kind of things. Second is what are the infrastructural and legal requirements. Third is about technology to be used at farm. Fourth is about feed and fodder, balanced ration. Fifth is about animal health and breeding. Sixth is about manpower, which is quite a critical thing. And seventh is about marketing and profitability. While talking about the context of animals, first we will help you understand the lactation cycle of animal, so that you must know that within a year, for how many days animal will be in a position to give milk, and in whole of the life cycle, how to compute the total production of an animal. What are different types of animals? What are their yields? What are different breeds? What are the different sources of animals? Then, are there some standard operating procedure for animal selection? Are there some protocols? We will be sharing that with you. And lastly, are there some tests to be conducted on animals before buying, so as to assess whether they are healthy, reproductive or not? Then we take you to infrastructure and legal requirements. So what are the site requirements, where the farm should be located? You look at all aspects of biosecurity in this case, how to design, and what are different types of layout of a dairy shed, what are the air light consideration in designing, what are the water and power requirements, and on the basis of PWD rates, we will also help you understand cost of civil structure required. And then lastly, about permissions before setting up. Related to technology, helping you understand that what are the technologies associated with milking of animals. When people say that our milk is not touched by hands, so what are those technologies? What are the technologies related to animal comfort? What is the levels of automation which you can gain in a dairy farm? All these things are cost centric, and you will have to take a conscious call on this, that okay, what do we require at this stage with this size of farm? What are the milk testing kind of parameters to be seen for a dairy farm? Technologies related to fodder handling, milk cooling and processing, so as to go for value addition or bottling, or depending on where the location is and what is the requirement of your customer. We will also some emerging technologies in packaging. Feed and fodder be the most important cost. We will help you understand about it in terms of calculation of ration, types of feed, what is the role of feed component, how do you outsource feed, because nowadays vendors are available for good quality feed. What are different kind of feed additives and what are their roles? And then lastly, balanced ration approach. In animal health and breeding, we will talk about common disease and its control, the vaccination protocol, what are the available genetic materials, semen or embryos, and what are these emerging technologies like sex semen, getting female calf only, and embryo transfer. How do you identify an animal in heat, and when should you actually do the insemination part? So we'll be touching upon these issues. Then we will be talking about manpower and regulatory, where we'll be talking of types of manpower, organizational structure, from where to source them, what is the prevailing salary structure, and then in regulatory, what are the standards of dairy farm milk, particularly cow milk and buffalo milk. How to maintain food safety at farm is the most important part because this differentiates you from other players or maybe a normal dudwala. What are the regulatory compliance? And in case of farm, how would you get yourself registered with FSSAI? Lastly, we will be talking about marketing and profitability, where we'll be talking of branding and role of digital marketing in that, the packaging part, the value addition which could be done. Should you sell milk only or should you make some products also like ghee or paneer? What are the sales and marketing aids required? Because in order to make this milk reach to consumer, you might be requiring different kind of accessories. You need to understand the cost and margin, which we'll share with you for a standard farm. And finally, bank requirements for funding. So, we recommend that if you want to set up your farm, in that particular case, you must attend this one-day program. In case you want to have an integrated farm where you want to set up a plant also, then you may look at our other videos on setting up a dairy plant and you can attend that program also along with this. I highly recommend for all the entrepreneurs and startups who are pursuing to enter into this field of dairy to attend these programs, and I can assure you that at the end of the program you will find yourself confident enough to decide whether to go for this business or not. And if you have decided to go for this business, then you will be very clear in your thought process on what are the steps ahead. Thank you.